Hey guys, it's Gadget. And I was thinking of doing some fancy edits and things like that because I tried to vlog for the past 2 days, but there really wasn't anything going on important until something happened last night. Now, as you all know, if you are seeing this now, John Hurt, aka Grandad from Doctor Who, as well as the Horn King from my favorite movie, The Black Cauldron, as well as many other things with Jim Henson and sci-fi and all that, has passed away due to pancreatic cancer. He went into remission in 2015, and I never got a chance to really meet him. And I really did wanna because I would see him in passing during certain things I had done in here in New York and everything. He would be on one set, I'd be on another, stuff like that. He always, anytime anything was being shot, either it was sci-fi or anything, he always was game for it and everything. That's why I was so happy when he did Harry Potter as well as Doctor Who and everything. So, because seeing that with all the cancer scares he had and everything, he was doing pretty good and everything. And cancer hits home for me. I lost too many family members to it. I have an intradermal lump in my knee that is in remission right now. I have many things, many sad stories and stuff, and it just basically hits home, you know? On top of everything else that's been stressful this week and everything. Like the fact that our job might be merging, but we won't know yet until officially March what's going on and everything. At the same time, they're already trying to prepare us to change our wardrobe, change everything. And I'm a per diem who only works 18 hours, who it it could be a benefit and a curse because no one should fear change. And I'm not going to fear change because that's what I speak about on here. And I'm eating, guys, by the way. I'm eating vegetable lo mein with mushrooms and stuff like that. Okay? Basically, I always tell everybody, don't fear change, don't fear hate, like, change different, anything like that, because that's what a bully is, right? I'm not fearing this change because I will consider it a blessing in disguise because it could go either way. It could be a new beginning for me at the job where maybe I will finally get full time. It may be a beginning where, yes, maybe they'll spread us out 5 days a week, but then I could do more things in the afternoon. Excuse me, because I have the soda too. And work on other things in my life, that I put on hold because of having to work these crazy schedules. I could go to conventions if I only work in the morning, get it, and then go Friday afternoon and stuff. I wouldn't miss out on much, you know? Then again, we don't know. We really don't know. We could also be gone. Life of a per diem. But many doors and opportunities are here for me. The problem is that I want to better myself. I want to have this place back in order. I'm tired of living in shambles and everything because I start a project, someone else calls me and says, "You got to get over here." Or someone helps me in here and it ends up being a three ring fiasco and everything where my poor bedroom suffers, the living room suffers and everything because instead of concentrating and finishing up one room, they wait and take years to finish up and do things and stuff because everything else matters before me. And I am still crying over John Hurt's passing as well as many other things and stuff, right? Because that's the other thing. Life is too short, people. Life is too damn short to keep fighting amongst yourselves over petty little things that you can't change. Or if you can change it, you do it violently instead of proactively and everything. I just had to write an article about how my favorite doctor, well, one of my favorite doctors, David Tennant, actually said to everybody, and he said it nicely, that we can have a voice, but we have to do it responsibly. I'm just paraphrasing it because I really don't want to get YouTube shut me down because I quoted him like, you know what I mean, and stuff. But it's basically do it right, do it safely, look out for the little guy watching the big guy. Basically, is what he said. You know, don't go straight to violence or anything. Like even my friend has told me, fix it with Christopher. I would love to fix it with Christopher if Christopher actually didn't pull what he pulled on me, and he will never admit what he pulled. He doesn't like to talk with me. He runs, he hides. If he actually did sat and talk with me instead of clamming up, now I don't know if that was based on what his parents told me is wrong with him or things, or that's just his nature because he was hurt. Heck, I've been hurt, but yeah, I come off stronger. But yeah, I would, you know what I mean? And then all day movies today were going like, oh, it's sad when two people are meant to be together and they're apart and they don't and one doesn't realize it until it's too late and all these and I hate those movies because I knew what I had with every one of my exes. They didn't know what they had. And then later they figured it out. And that's what I hate, because basically you guys wait too long to figure it out. And then I don't want you anymore. And there's no way to fix it. But this one had a chance to fix it. All he had to do. See, I don't want to give it away how he would fix it. Because that's the thing. Everyone wants me to throw him away. But he's not garbage. He's not an inanimate object that he worships inanimate objects, but he's a human being like everybody else here. But everyone in this society wants to just throw things away. Then you have the people who are panicking over the smallest things that no one does their research on. And I'm not going political on anything, but I am saying this to people. Check your facts before you do attack. Check your facts before you do anything. Before you drop somebody from your Facebook page. Before anything like that. Do you understand? That's a sad thing, because then you weren't really their friend. That's why, in my heart, I have to say Christopher was not caring about me, because he wasn't caring for me. He never wanted me. And if he did, he has such fucked up friends that convinced him, and that also tells me he's not ready for anything. He's still a child. Well, I sit here trying to find people and deal with friends that are losing friends because of such stupid ass things. But what happens about me? And now it's why I'm trying to tell you guys I'm getting upset. Because people forget about me. And also the fact that I have 8 more chapters to go through from the book I wrote about the trip with me and Christopher. 8 more chapters and the book is done. Yes, it will need cleanup, meaning the final cleanup. This is the one where punctuation is checked during this stuff. And then if I do, again, want to add more to it by looking at my pictures that I took. Because I would love to be more descriptive in the book. But it really wasn't more about being descriptive. It's just the fact that a lot of places we went were copyrighted. We didn't go much anywhere except where he wanted to go. We didn't see anything or do anything much. Just walked around. Because of the situation at hand. Everything got changed. And it was out of our control. And that's how the universe is. The universe tested us. But he didn't see it as a test. I saw it as a test because who would come out stronger, who would actually be there for each other, and showed that he couldn't be there for me. But yet, the universe wouldn't play these games of bringing him back every time unless there was a reason. And I say there is still a reason. I still say he's coming back in my life. People think I'm nuts, but you know what? He'll come back when he's ready. I just hope he comes back at a time when I can discuss it with him. Because I really, if I am with someone, and I told you guys I'm not telling you, I don't want that person to confront him without knowing all the facts. So that's the thing, people. It's just one of those. Like today, I woke up because I am so exhausted dealing with everybody else's friggin' bullshit problems. Because no one knows how to behave and everything. That I woke up and I'm like, okay, it's 9 o'clock. Where am I? I forgot what day it was because I woke up from a nightmare. So I said, you know, let me sit on the couch. The place I was supposed to go to doesn't open until about 10 or 11, right? I fell back asleep. You think I cared? No. I woke up, felt like my arm was broken. And then this, I don't know where this came from. Okay? This, I was covered in blood. All right? And I'm thinking to myself, how the hell did this happen? This was not here when I woke up. This was not here. There's nothing around me where I was sleeping that would cause this. All stuff. Then I thought maybe it was this one of these that popped out. And I'm like, no, there's no lump there. It's like it was, you know what? I thought maybe Shadow had scratched me. And like now, people who claim to be my friend are trying to be, you know? But deep down, I'm like, okay. So I got up, did what I had to do. My place was already closed. I had to be because it was only open for a little bit. I'll go on Monday if I have to. And I just sat here trying to pick up some more stuff and everything. Got my mom Chinese food and I got Chinese food. Okay? And that's another thing I got to put back in the book during the Cardiff trip. Christopher wouldn't even let me get food I wanted. He could have got what he wanted. I don't like hamburgers. I don't like I was trying to be as respectful as I can at the same time trying to still be me because I didn't know what the rules were out there. Because here, I could do whatever I want, probably yell at him, right? There, you can't probably yell in public, or you can't, whatever. I didn't know most of them. But when he ditched me in Cardiff, that was the biggest, nail in his coffin. So what else? Life is just strange the way everything is. And all I keep seeing on news feeds is this, this, and this, and all the fake news and all the other stuff and everything. And I just say to people, please, just do your research. Get to know people before you accuse them of anything. I'm living through that right now with Christopher and his stink ass bullies of a friends who refuse to get to know me. And yes, I'm cursing because I'm pissed because I am tired of this. I had so many good things happen, and I can't even turn to the one person I wanted to turn to because when I did turn to him about something, he didn't even care because I wasn't Gwen. I know he loves Gwen. I know he wants to be with Gwen. That's his one true love. But she can't be unless she's going to stay divorced and go run to him when she can get back to England. And you know what? That's an insult. Because you know why? What was it for? And it just proves my point that every one of his friends should not have bullied me and kept up his lies. I should not have to pay for other girls in his life. I shouldn't have to pay for his friends' mistakes. I should not have to. I shouldn't have to pay for two-faced people who lie to me and then comfort him. Everything is starting to come up almost to a year. And if it does reach a year from when I left him, then I know he lied to me all those years. Because I was a game. I was a toy. I was Gwen, like one of my friends, or Gwen's friend, or basically said, I'm Gwen 2.0. You know, Carrie 2.0. Rika 2.0, you know, because he couldn't tell me what he wanted. He prejudged me before I got there. And yeah, I'm repeating myself. But it just gets to the point where how much longer is he going to stay like this and not admit the truth? That book is going to get published no matter what. I have called him out. I've called his friends out. And a few of them, yes, have apologized. But the main bullies have not, which tells me they're either running scared or they think they know it all. And that's sad when a bully thinks they know it all, because eventually from their high mountain, they're going to crash. Like I said, when the truth comes out, we'll see what happens. But I wanted to fill you in on today because right now, like I said, I was doing some writing for the podcast. I wrote more articles. I will be going back to writing the book once everything quiets down here and I actually can catch my breath for once, you know? Because it is not fair. It really is not fair. Because he made promises to me that he broke. And you do not break a promise to a Wiccan or a witch. Your life will go to hell if you do. Because of your bad karma. It is not right. It is not fair. Because I would have loved for him, if I went to Ireland, to see my cousins and then him take the ferry over so they can meet him. He could have stayed in touch with them, and it would have been easier, and he would have gotten to know them. But he chose this. I didn't choose this. I had to give him up. And let me repeat that. I had to give him up. Because I couldn't take on all the darkness. There was too much darkness, and that was smothering my light. And I'm not, no. Too many people smothered my light the last time where I was an amber of a dim. A very small flicker. And no one's taking that away from me ever again. Just like the cockroaches. I shined the light on all of it, and they all ran. Yes, I can be a bitter motherfucker witch and everything, but you know what? I have all right and reason to be. Because little children wanted to play. And now because they couldn't bully me and I stand up for myself, I'm the bad guy. Well, guess what? I turn it back onto you. You guys are the bad guys. Check your facts before you do anything. Get to know a person before you say anything. Don't fear change and don't fear anything different. Stop being jealous, envious, and hateful of people you don't know anything about. Learn a trade. Maybe you'll learn something from the person, you know? But I will say this. I am sick and tired of cleaning up other people's messes because they don't know how to fix it. I'm tired of seeing friends calling me crying because their fucked up friends took this as an opportunity when they really weren't their friends to make an easy break out. I'm tired of friends calling me that their engagement, their wedding is off because of political things. Look at it, people, and how sorry you guys are that you're using these as excuses. That means you weren't in love with people, you didn't care about people, you weren't even their friend. You use them for their connections and don't lie about it. Because that's all I'm seeing right now as I observe. So yes, while I console people who consider me a real, true, non-fake, and honest person because they know who I am and how I am, I say to you all, check your facts, check yourself before you accuse anybody. Because the way everybody's been acting lately, the world is going to hell in a handbag, and I'm cutting the purse strings because I'm not joining you people. Yes, I have my own opinion, and that's my God-given right of the First Amendment and everything else. Yet you guys claim he's changing every one of them. But I would say check your facts first. Because if you think I don't know anything, I am the daughter of an immigrant who came over on a boat when he was 4 years old and became a naturalized citizen legally and fought in Vietnam for your asses, just like many of these other immigrants that came over legally to save and give back to their country, their new homeland. Christopher could not get here. They would not let him in legally, okay? But you would let illegals in, okay? They kept claiming Christopher had no ties to the UK. They were afraid he was going to stay here, blah, 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 doing it legally. So this new concept of banning her, it's been there, people. And I have proof of that. I told you. Check your facts before you do anything. Find out what the real story is. I have been dealing with fake news because when you're writing for a podcast, we have to now determine what is fake and what is real, thanks to everybody. And I sit there and I have to weed through everything. It got so bad that they had to hash stories back up from 2010, 2002, because there was no news. No one could find real news. So I'm telling you people this. Check your facts. Get to know a person. And put your priorities in a garbage bag. Because there's a new world. It ain't all ours. It ain't all dark and it ain't all light. That's why I love that movie, Beautiful Creatures. Because we have to now balance our lives. Set new priorities and goals. Because it's a changing, different, and new world. And just like everything else, you can't fear it. Because if you fear it, you're going to fear everything and run. And you're going to be left nowhere. You're not going to try anything new. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to take a leap of faith. But if we face everything and rise, okay? Face everything and rise. Maybe then we might have a little hope in this. And progress and change that we will not fear. Because fear is just that lovely little word that means face everything and rise. And I'm going to face everything and rise because I rose above the bullies. I rose above the abuse in my life. To rise to where I am the senior writer on the podcast. To where I'm writing a book. To where I'm going to publish my photography. To where I'm going to go out more once the weather gets better. To where I'm going to make my life better because I am not going to fear anymore. If someone doesn't like me, go fuck yourself. You can leave. You weren't my friend. You didn't care about me. But those friends that do care, you can stay. You're welcome. Like I said, I don't let people go because of matters of opinion or anything. It's how your actions, your candor towards me and towards others makes me keep you as a friend. But if you're going to sit there and be bullies, no matter what the situation is, then you must leave my page. Or you must give me a reason why you did the bullying. Just like Christopher's friends. I told you. He has half of them that love me to death. Then the other half that just wants to bully. And then there's a slight few that didn't know and actually questioned it and found that I was a good person and Christopher was lying. So you see, people, I am not depressed. I don't need pills. I don't need anything. I'm not crazy or anything. It's called I love myself. I know who I am. And if you don't like that, don't forget to let the door hit you on your ass when you leave. Because clearly you are not my friend. You don't know me. Just like any argument. I love this one post I found. If you want to argue with me about things and stuff, you know my number. If you don't know my number, then you didn't know me. Okay? What I'm stating here, people, is this. A lot of stuff has happened. I have a lot of things that are going on in my life right now. And yes, there's going to be a lot of changes, and I'm not fearing them. Because every time I feared something, I got put back 10 steps. Not anymore. I took a leap of faith to see Christopher. And yes, I'm upset at the fact that he lied to me. He betrayed me, stabbed me in the back, and you name it, anything. But it's not going to hold me back. His friends bullying me is not going to hold me back. The friends that care about me, they're going to help me fight. Yes, they're mad at me because I keep bringing up Christopher. But that's the thing. I don't throw people away. I know how to be alone and survive. I can survive. I am a victim and I'm a survivor. And I am the ones you have to fear. Because we know what it takes to live and be free and be able to deal with people who don't know or aren't strong enough or need a helping hand, because we've been there. I've been abused. I've been beaten. I have been, you name it. But it didn't break me. You didn't break me. And I'm saying that to all of you. Take your opinions, do whatever you want, but do your research and homework first. Don't be like those ladies that stole the cat ears from the anime world. Don't be like people who don't do their research and find out, oops, we made a mistake. Don't be the one that believes the fake news. Research it. For once in your life, don't believe something on Wikipedia. And also, when you're here on YouTube, take all of us with a grain of salt. And that means that it's going to have a bitter taste, but you have to know that the truth is going to come out eventually. These people that are satire comics or black comedy, basically, you guys are taking as fact. You're dictating your life by that. And no, it doesn't. Person is different, each one of us. We are not cut from the same mold. We are not the same body types. We are not the same mentally, physically. That is why I don't understand why everyone thinks, pop a pill, do this, all that stuff. No. I'm not going to fear. I am not going to fear the world. I am taking more leaps of faith. The fear I'm going to do is face everything and rise. Because I'm not going to fear everything and run anymore. If Christopher comes back in my life, that's okay. Last night I had a sign about one of my exes because it was just funny as I was cleaning, I found stuff from my ex, Brian Ekstrom. He's the one that got me back into school. I actually found the 9/11 dollar he got me for my birthday. I found our pictures and everything just cleaning. And I said to myself, he either must be thinking about me or something must have happened. And that's okay. He was one of the ones that apologized to me because of what he did and everything. Because the one thing he did say to me was, it's not you. It's your family. It's everybody else portraying you as something you're not. You're a good person. And don't let anybody ever tell you that different. The same like Maddie. When Maddie figured out who I was, the girl from high school, he goes, no. You're not that girl anymore. Don't let anyone tell you you're that girl anymore. You are stronger. You are a person. You came from such a long way. You took the long way around. And it's funny how he said something like the doctor said, and it would be years later. Took the long way around. And it's true. I took the long way around because for 30 years, 29 and a half years, I was kept sheltered, kept in that house, taking care of my mother, taking care of everything, doing everything else when my sister got out and did things. I never got to unless I was chaperoned or I found a way to do things where if it was making money and stuff. But I had to pay the price all the time, to the point where I was kicked out. My stuff, my mother sold, all this other stuff, left me with stuff that, but I rose. I kept moving forward. I didn't let it stop me. Yes, I portray myself here upset and everything. I cry, but that's tears of frustration. And that's the difference. It's because I am frustrated at people, that you would hurt others for your own personal gain. And that's what I'm saying to you right now as I end this. It's a short vlog, and I want to finish my Chinese food. But please, do your research. Don't lose somebody over political views. Don't act like you're Mr. and Mrs. Innocent and everything, because everyone is at fault. Like I said, he without sin cast the first stone. Also, when you cast that stone, watch with the ripples. What happens when that ripple ends? What's the outcome? And that's what I'm going to ask you. What is the outcome of this? Like, I hate Valentine's Day because no guy has ever stuck around long enough to prove to me that they love and care about me except for one. And that person even turned on me. Told you I got one Valentine's Day card from a boyfriend, and that was Joseph Studley from Bristol, UK. That was the only Valentine's Day card I ever gotten in my whole life from a boyfriend. So I'll tell you something, people. Even somebody who showed me that there could be some hope still stabbed me in the back. So I'm just telling you guys right now, face your fears, just do your research. And if you don't like what I say, turn me off. But don't walk away, because then you weren't really my friend. You were just using me for my contacts. Think about it before you act. Yes, thinking can get you killed, but you know what? Thinking can also save your life. So, as I end this, like I said, I will say this to you all. Please, if you see Christopher, tell him to tell the truth. The book is almost ready. It may be another month or so, but it's going to be ready. And it's going to be published. And if he has any final things he wants to say it now. Also, if he'd like to write a book, he's going to have to explain why he hid out in his room, or why he made me cry, or all the other stuff, and the people he was speaking to, and the 2 girls he told that we were broken up before I even got out there, that he thought he could change his mind. All right? He's got to explain himself too. So, we'll see what happens. But right now, like I said, I'm calling you all out again. Any of Christopher's friends who want to get to know me, you know how to find me. Christopher, you know how to find me. Start making amends. Fix it. Any of my friends, and I'm going to put this, believe it or not, I'm going to put this one on Facebook, because I really do want to put this one on Facebook. I'm telling you guys right now, I have 710 people on my page. My page is a safe haven. I am not deleting anybody, but if you want to leave because you think I have a brain or screw loose or anything, or anything else because I don't agree with what you say, then you weren't my friend. And you're just going to prove my point. Like I said, let the door hit you on your ass out. Maybe then you'll realize when you're in pain what you did. Because you guys just keep proving to me by your actions who you really are. And that's okay. If I'm left with 5 people on my Facebook page, those are the 5 people that care about me. Those are the ones who stuck through everything and knew who I was. Didn't judge me based on anything but me. Because that's what I do, and I'm fair to you like that. So, I'll talk to you all soon. Hopefully things will work out, and many of my friends will stop crying. And maybe then, maybe once everything blows over, maybe Christopher can get his ass here and apologize for everything he's done to me the last 4 years by lying through his teeth and calling me, crying he wanted me back, but yet just ditched me right after the wedding. Like I said, was I used as a beard? What was I used as? I'm not a bitter person. I just don't like being fucked with. I like the other version of being fucked with, but don't like this version. Don't stab me in the back. Don't try to hurt me. Because it's going to come back to you tenfold. 3 by 3 by 3. What you do to me happens to thee. Talk to you soon. Love you all.